Welcome home, Bitcoin truth seekers. It is Tuesday, the 14th, 2023. It's 11:28 a.m. here in the Arizona desert, and happy Valentine's Day. It's kind of a good Valentine's Day for crypto. Traditional market, a little bit of give and take there. CPI numbers came in slightly higher than expected, or I should say a slight bump in them is what I would say, but nothing too massive. So let's take a look at the market and see how it is doing. So bitcoinreview.com got more for you there. And I will mention top of the page right now, 5 reasons you need a gas mask. You know, Ohio is probably the only reason you really need. And I actually have a couple of the surplus Israeli ones you can get and a couple extra canisters, and they're not very expensive right now. So check it out. I have a link right there over to Amazon. Go get yourself one. Be safe. I use mine for sanding and painting, and I just have an old canister I use, but I have my mask ready with new canisters, and I have an extra one. So anyway, so I'd mention that it is good to be prepared. I'm a bit of a prepper, and gas masks, hey, tell you what, you never know when, you might need one, but when you need it, you really, really need it. Anyway, so here we go. Cryptometer.io looking at Bitcoin explicitly for trading volume this morning. It's 11.2 billion. That is pretty darn good for a Valentine's Day. Looking at the Bitcoin universe, I should say the crypto universe, make sure everything's working right here. Make sure you can see me. I can see you. We're broadcasting all as well. You can hear me. I see myself. You see me. I see you. Okay, good. And I can see you, by the way. Anyway, so check it out. Looking at the crypto universe in squares, it's green. It's a nice day. Matic up 7%. We're going to look at that. ADA up 9%. Wow, ADA. Let's note that. Anyway, LTC is making a move too. I like that. LTC. Let's look at LTC. Anyway, so we'll check some of these out before we get out of here. But in general, good day for the market. BNB, I like to see that. It's 2.25%. And that's good after the hit it took yesterday because of the BUSD nonsense. Whoever it was, that funny looking guy looks like a dead fish was giving a hassle. It's a DOJ or whoever, one of those government things are giving crypto a hard time going after BUSD. Their binance is stable coin as a security, but I think they messed with the wrong company. Anyway, so up and up, then down, down, down. A bit of recovery for the Dow, Nasdaq, S&P 500. Dow coming in at 0.34 in the red, Nasdaq 0.24 in the green, S&P 500 0.05 in the red. If we look at these here, let's move a little FinViz. If we drill down here, you can see for some reason Tesla is up 4.49%, looking good. NVIDIA up 4.69%. Maybe one of their GPUs is being used in like a new cruise missile or something. Anyway, maybe crypto mining is back. Anyway, Tesla and NVIDIA, the big winners in the S&P 500 so far today. And some smaller ones that I just won't notice because I won't know because I don't know what they are. Anyway, DXY today. DXY is a bit indifferent. Can't figure out what it wants to do. Daily chart, 314 moving average. It's hanging out there. It's below the 200, and it's trying to get above that 314. It's been in a downwards channel. It's beginning to want to really challenge that. But it's sticking to the 314 moving average. We'll see how it goes right now. Indecisive doji today. Let's see how it closes. It's given the market a little bit of opportunity to do something today, and I like seeing that, especially with the CPI numbers coming out. I would have imagined it to either pump or dump, but it ain't done much of anything. Got a big wick, small body, like many people. Anyway, so with that said, U.S. oil spot, red candle today. Can't figure out what it wants to do. Kind of going nowhere with some wicks on for sure towards the downside. S&P 500 in the green, at least here on the daily chart. Made a wick above the 314 moving average. I like seeing that. Maybe it's going to get back in this, maybe really truly get back in this upwards channel on the daily. I like seeing that. Bitcoin, green day today. I like seeing that. Gold, green day. It was red earlier. It's trying to make a move. Silver, still a red day. Losing that 314 moving average. Well, there you go. Silver at least coming in at like, what, $21 still. So that's not too bad on the high side of $21. So looking at this morning, this is a 15-minute chart, and you can kind of see that this was when like the CPI numbers were coming out. Definitely saw a lot of shorts get wrecked. FOMO longs kind of probably haven't done too well. Anyway, look at this massive volume. People were just losing it. CPI numbers came out. People were trying to figure out what they were going to do. Now I'm seeing a lot of sell pressures, definitely some liquidations. Shorts got wrecked, or I should say longs. Anyway, some longs and shorts got wrecked. Anyway, we'll see what happens. You know, I'm not really a shorter or longer with leverage, but definitely I can see in the chart there some longs and shorts getting wrecked this morning on the CPI numbers. Looking at volume, it was going up. Now it's kind of going down. Real mixed bag here. Big exchanges, the top 20, most in the green. Strangely, Binance is not in the green. Could be the, well, who knows? Could be a lot of reasons. Bitfinex is not in the green. OKX is just barely not in the green. Binance US definitely down 17%. Less than 24 hours, that's kind of extreme. Anyway, but probably the recent, who's going after them? BUSD. I don't even, somebody went after BUSD for something. Was it that? It's just that dude. The guy looks like a dead fish. That dude looks kind of like an ahi tuna. Anyway, what's his name? Anyway, somebody knows. Just let me know. I forget. I should know better and like bookmark those things, but I just really don't pay a lot of attention to those ass clowns, honestly. They cause enough trouble without remembering their names. I feel like it's kind of a bad omen or talisman or kind of a bad thing to know who they are. I will not say their names. Anyway, Binance at 49 billion, 0.79 down last 24 hours, almost 50 billion. That's not bad derivatives, not bad derivatives at all. Spot trading is what we're seeing over here. It's all spot trading, and most of the exchanges in the green. I'm seeing them start to dip right now. Interesting, especially that Binance is not in the green. Probably regulatory scare stuff. Bitcoin coming in at 22,125 this morning. I like that. Top 100, many are doing really well. Good number are above 20%. Mutable X, IMX, we need to check that one out. This one keeps consistently being a real player. Let's see where we can actually trade that thing. Singularity also, AGX, yeah, AGX. It's definitely been making moves. It's really a player recently. And Fetch AI, FET, yep. FET is definitely a rush to Pluto these days. We'll check those guys out. But in general, a lot of stuff doing really well. It's a nice green day in the market. I hope you're riding something up in the game. All right, now with that said, looking at long versus shorts on Binance or Coin. Long 58%, shorts 41%. For Ethereum, 56% long, 43% short. So both Ethereum and Bitcoin a slight long bias on Binance. All right, Bitcoin 45-minute chart today. I like what I'm seeing. This is a 45-minute chart. We had our move, bam, got above that 10 moving average, came down, tested it. Now we got some nice purple candles going up, meaning that the bodies are stacked. 3 in a row or more. I like what I'm seeing. Indicators look really nice. Let me fire up the volume here. Massive volume came in to both pump and slightly dump it. So now anyway, I'm sure there's a lot of shorts that are probably getting nervous right now who probably got in when it was dumping. So this is a good thing. 45-minute chart looking strong with the 200 moving average, but we're still below 314. Let's see if we can get above the 314 this morning. This is a good thing. Like the longer we stay above the 200 moving average on the 45-minute chart, I have found the more alts are going to rock. As you can see in the top 100 alts, many are doing quite well. So this is a good sign. Let's see if we can stay on the upside of this and keep moving. Indicators are looking good. Come on, Bitcoin, get above that 314 moving average, which is right around like 22,364. Let's get to like 22,500. Get way back up here in orbit, and let's just keep rocking. How's the hourly looking? Hourly is still trying to challenge that 200 moving average. It's not quite there yet, but the indicators are stacking up quite well. Look what I'm saying. We'll probably be able to get above that. If not, we're going to get a smack down around the 200 moving average. So be careful right around there, which on the hourly chart, it's right around like 22,248. So be careful. Is looking good. Let's see how Bitcoin continues across the today. On the 4-hour chart, we're getting the challenge that 200 moving average also. So be careful there because that 200 moving average there on the 4-hour chart is right around like 22,300 or so. So anyway, those are definitely places where it can get smacked down. But these indicators on the 4-hour chart do look good. We're getting some upwards momentum. If we can break above that 45-minute 1 hour and 4 hour chart. That's just going to be amazing. 200 moving average is very, very important, at least in my little world. It certainly is. Let's look at a daily chart with a MACD. Okay, so daily chart, MACD. What in the world? That's a weekly chart. So weekly chart, MACD. Good. We're still positive there on the weekly. Let's look at a daily. Daily chart, MACD. Sorry, my connection's kind of slow. Hopefully the video is working. All right. Daily MACD. What moving average is that? Oh, it's ridiculous. It's the 21 EMA, whatever that even means. Anyway, Bitcoin versus USDT daily chart. You can see the MACD, the tangent is beginning to turn towards the positive here. So I like that. We're starting to close that histogram in the right direction. So definitely, if we get a nice positive tangent to that MACD on the daily chart, that's definitely going to be very, very bullish. So let's see how that goes. And I forget what the 21 EMA is all about. But anyway, 21 EMA, we wicked above it. We're challenging it today. If we can get above that, and I am noticing that's actually a bullish moving average. So amen. 21 EMA on the daily. Right. MAC is one that really is moving today. This is an hourly chart, as you can see. This chart has been going on since 23rd. Since 6th of January. We had this nice upwards channel. We've definitely broken below a time or two, and we did once again. But now we're back in this hourly. This is an hourly chart. I can do a 4-hour chart. It's a little bit cleaner. Sorry, I think my internet connection is like pretty drastically crappy today. So sorry if anything is choppy or whatever. But on the 4-hour chart, you can see very clearly. But moving up, we're back in this channel. I like seeing that. Indicators are looking very strong. I like what I'm seeing there. The squeeze indicator is going in the right direction. Directional index is going in the right direction. AX is going in the right direction. We're back in that channel. We're above the 200 moving average. Yeah, on the 4-hour chart, it's just really wonderful. Looking at the let's look at the hourly chart. Hourly chart. The one thing is that I'm watching is I want to get a break above this 200 moving average on the hourly chart. Find a little bit of support there. My guess is we're going to continue rising up to the top of this channel. Looking at the squeeze indicators in the green. Directional index is in the green. ADX is a little bit low. Let's say they get to about 20. It probably will be when it breaks that 200 moving average. Let's look at a 45-minute chart just to see really immediate price action. 45-minute chart is looking about the same. They get a wick above the 314 that's in the 200 moving average there. Indicators looking a bit more positive there. Can I fire up a volume? Here we go, volume. Yeah, big volume, definitely. As you can see, pushed Matic up today. Like what I'm seeing there. Let's look at a 4-hour chart once again. I like this uptrend that we're seeing. So really, I mean, if a person was daring, you could look at the 4-hour chart and just figure, hey, look, it's going to probably go back to the top of that channel. Indicators are looking strong. What I would say is if I was to do a long position here, where's that devilish thing? Long position. Down here, isn't it? No, it's right here. Yes, long position. So if I was to put my stop loss right there on the bottom of the, I wouldn't put much of stop loss. Pretty much, if you don't stay in this channel, you're kind of going to be done. So really, a very slight stop loss, and that's 14% on top of that channel. Myself, I'm probably going to get in today, put a trailing take profit at around like 5% with like a 3% variance, or maybe even like 10%, and we'll just see how it goes. But definitely, I like what I'm seeing here. Matic could definitely be back in the game, and you never know. It may not go straight to the top of that channel. It might start just kind of going like this, and just be a rocket ship to Pluto, put a trailing take profit in there, or move your stop up as it goes along. And this could definitely be a nice trade because Matic has been doing quite well. And if we look, ever since it started to move back here early January, if you look, well, sorry about that. If you look early January, let's look at the forecast. If you were gotten in early January, let's say right about here, where would you be right now? You'd be 52% up in 38 days. So that's not bad at all. So let's get back in this healthy. Let's get a trade in here. It's not financial advice. I'm just saying this is what I'm doing. Get a trade in here at the bottom of this channel since it's back, and it's going to be really a glorious trade. I do think, looking at the hourly chart, you know, for the most part, like, yeah, I mean, if you don't keep this channel, it's just not going to happen. So really, my stop is going to be right around like 1.2209. If it drops below that, this isn't going to happen. But right now, it's firing up really good. Definitely, you could put an alert in for the break of this 200 moving average, and that'd be a great time to get in. But really looking, especially at the momentum of the 4-hour chart, I think this is going to be a good trade. So Matic versus USDT, not financial advice, but I'm liking the way it looks. So there you go. And I do believe it is also very importantly, on the daily chart, we should be above the 200 moving average, and I believe that we are. So, like 200 is above the daily is above the 200, 4 hours above the 200, and the hourly and 45 are working on it. Lambo trade right there. Anyway, daily chart, I will warn though. Let's see. Let me actually look at this here. Boom. Daily chart, though, do note we're looking good. You can see the squeeze in the directional index, and the volume is trailing off there a little bit on the daily chart. So do be watchful. This guy's either going to make it or not. Let's see what happens. You know, when you look at the squeeze indicator, it does tend to be somewhat cyclical, but it doesn't mean that it couldn't ride further and then continue up. So let's see what happens. I like to look at this trade. Let's also look at the 4-hour chart real quick. And let's fire up the Keltners. Bam. Where are they at? Okay, I like it. So the Keltner's not looking too bad. I like what I'm seeing here for the Keltner on the, sorry about that. Keltner, I like what I'm seeing. We went down into the green buy band. We're up. We're kind of still in the middle. So we got some room to go. We definitely have room to move. So I like what I'm seeing. It wouldn't even surprise me, you know, at psychological level, it's way up there, I know, but is like 2,000. Wouldn't surprise me if the sucker could go to 2,000. I'm just talking about just psychology, you know, here. So let's say it makes it to 2,000. That would be 61%. You know, I could see it, no problem at all. So anyway, guys, like I say, not financial advice. Do your own research, trade it your way. I like what I'm seeing for Matic. There you go. All right, now let's keep rocking. Shiba Inu versus USDT here on the forward chart. Something I like that I'm seeing here on this one, using a fib sequence that kind of goes way back to like December of 2022. There's a low back then. We've been moving up ever since. Bit of a good size retrace there. But look at the squeeze indicator. It's positive. Directional index is positive. I like what I'm seeing there. Definitely, we wicked down to the 200 moving average a time or two, bounced off it. It does appear. I like what I'm seeing there. We seem to be getting above that 382 fib level, and I like what I'm seeing here. It's a 4-hour chart. We're moving up. I like what I'm seeing. I mean, this is kind of cool. We could definitely continue on this 200 moving average bounce. I like what I'm seeing. Let's look at a time frame. Make sure it's a little bit more. Yeah, look at that. Here's the thing, once again, been a lot of volatility in markets recently. Here's the deal. Watch out for this. An hourly chart, you can see squeeze indicator is looking good. Directional nexus going in the right direction. Probably going to find resistance here on the 200 moving average. So what I'm going to do is put an alert in. And when it gets there and it crosses, I'll definitely be kind of curious how things are going. Because usually the 200 is either going to bounce, you're going to get rejected, or you're going to crash. They're going to pump through it. Looking at the 4-hour, the momentum building there, and I think we're probably going to see a break above. I could see SHIB making another run. I like what I'm seeing here. Look at that. That's nice volume. Let's go back to a 4-hour chart here where we can really see some volume. Yeah, not a whole lot, but it's moving up. So let's real quick for fun fire up the Keltners. How we look in there? Definitely, as you can see, we're down here kind of in the buy territory. We're wicking down into the buy territory. We're moving up. This is wonderful. This guy could definitely run. Everyone loves SHIB. It's everything that Doge will never be. All right, so there you go. I don't want to go through a lot of alts today because it just makes it too hard to get through this in a timely manner. And right now, there's so much volatility. This is a really good day. Let's just dig it, you know. Oh, and actually, let's fire up. I know I said I was going to mention these. Let's just look at some of those alts in the top 100 that are just insane right now, like ADA versus USDT. ADA versus USDT. We'll look on Binance where the volume is. Look at a 4-hour chart with the Keltners. Yeah, look at that. You can see ADA made a big move. 4-hour chart above the 200 moving average. All is looking well. I like these indicators, but do know it's getting into that Keltner band probably as far as it's going to go without looking at it too closely. LPC versus USDT. As I've mentioned before, I do think Jonathan Regan called this one a couple of months ago. I do think we start to see institutional money coming into Litecoin. Note there is the Lightning Network. It ain't no joke. 4-hour chart. We're starting to see a nice, beautiful 200 moving average bounce there. It got a long way to go. It's going to go into that red Keltner top, sell band, but still, I like what I'm seeing. This thing's getting going. I'm seeing some volume. LTC back in action. Definitely something I'd watch for. Is if it can get back in this upwards channel that it was in, boom, that's going to be wonderful. Let's just see, it's doing good. I don't really want to spend too much time on these other than, it's moving back up. I'm not exactly too excited about it as a trade right now to make money, but definitely it's moving back up. I like what I'm seeing there. IMX versus USDT. We saw that one. Immutable X, I do believe. Rocked to Pluto. This thing is insane. 4-hour chart, you can see it's well above the red Keltner, so definitely figure you're probably going to see a retrace. It's only just getting started running. Gosh, it could break this previous glass ceiling high and just keep on for a while. But do note, 4-hour chart way above the red Keltner. We're probably going to see a retrace. Also, do note the red moving average right here is the 8 moving average. It will return to that in time. So this sucker is way extended. If you got this pump, I definitely will be thinking about taking profits because you're well above the take profit zone in any sane universe. AGIX versus USDT. All right, AGIX USDT. I see AGIX USDT. I see that on KuCoin. All right. 4-hour chart looking good. Making a move. It's about the 200 moving average. It has been. It's making a strong move up into its kind of sell area. May just be getting started. We're seeing a lot of volatility right now. Trade your own risk. I'm seeing a lot of alts that they look like they're, in that sort of like take profit. And if it's time to take profit if you're in them, and if not, it's time to wait for that retrace. FET versus USDT, crazy pump right into the Keltner band, looking good. Gosh, it might just be getting started. This is a 4-hour chart. You could see this guy doing like a run like it did previously, like right here. So anyway, I mean, you might be even looking at, what if you're looking at cup and handle, buy it on the side of the cup. You know what I mean? This guy could keep going. Like I say, find your own way of trading and work it right now to extend it for me. If nothing else, you probably will see a retrace before it continues up. So with that said, if you want to learn how to trade like a pro, bitcoinreview.com, scroll down to blockchain education. The infomercial, a little bit dated, a lot of new features since then. This is my affiliate link. Click there. As a matter of fact, I'm going to put that into the live chat. If you're watching, check them out. Great service. Wonderful people, good stuff. Definitely something wonderful to be a part of. Anyway, with that said, a little bit of news real quick. First Sidewinder missile targeting object over Lake Huron missed at a cost of $400,000. So I guess it was ultimately $800,000 to shoot down something that was octagonal that may or may not have even existed. Anyways, that I think what originally they couldn't shoot down with a $500,000 missile because it was dark. Anyway, how long can America afford to shoot things? You know what I'm talking about. Just think about it. I love our military industrial complex. I was in the military when I was a youngster, but I tell you what though, one thing about our military, everything we do is so darn expensive. I mean, it's like really. Anyway, once again, 5 reasons you need a gas mask. Great article. I like it. I think the only reason you really need right now is Ohio. So like I say, I put this over at bitcoinreview.com. I'll also just stick it right here in the live chat. The link here. Not trying to be a shuster and sell things, but truly, have a gas mask. It's one of the most essential proper things. Ain't that expensive. That way, when shit hits the fan and nobody can breathe, you can still be trading, with your gas mask on because, when other people are, people are fearful, be greedy. When people are greedy, be fearful. When people are like suffocating, be greedy. Anyway, so This is a great article here, Panama. Anyway, this guy here, he's doing great stuff. And this is, what's this guy's name? I forget. I forget who it's the guy that I follow. But anyway, yeah, Michael Yon. He's been down there in the Gap, the Darien Gap, which is kind of like the southern route into the U.S. to the U.S. border. And it is really an ordeal people are going through, and you'd be amazed that that highway and the business that has been created, that is, you know, following people, is amazing. So check this out. You know, people in mainland China are paying like $20K to get across our southern border. It's only like about a 12-minute or 13-minute short interview. Really, this is someone to follow, Michael Yon there on Locals, if you so desire. These guys are doing up to the minute, really, truly investigative journalism on what actually is happening at the border. So, you know, if you're curious about who's coming across, what their motives are, what they have to go through, where they're headed, he's top-notch journalism, and I think it's an angle, and it's an important angle that is not happening anywhere else. So it's worth a listen. In a sudden narrative shift, Pentagon admits mystery objects, probably private craft not tied to spying. Yet, you know, it cost $400,000 to shoot at one once. Think about it. I mean, and you weren't sure what it was. It was octagonal. It was, so shot at it. Anyway, so the thing, I'm just saying, if there are UFOs that can travel like through, you know, timelines or multiverses, or, you know, traverse massive amounts of time and space, I doubt an F-22 is truly a match for it. You know, it would either just go away or blow it up. So with that said, there you go. So anyway, I think it's funny, interesting article over there at Zero Hedge, and even Snowden kind of chimes in. It's not aliens. I wish it was, but it's not. It's just old engineering panic and attractive nuisance ensuring national security reporters get assigned to investigate balloon BS rather than budgets or bombings, a la Nord Stream. Until next time, I'm Edward Snowden, probably an intelligence asset himself. But anyway, now that they've shot at some with $500,000 missiles, they figure it's probably just some private thing. And I think this is what it really is. I think these are spy ovens. As has been earlier, you know, definitely reported on this year, these are definitely a weapon of mass destruction in many kitchens around the U.S., around the world. Campfires just as guilty. So, you know, even the Bunsen burner in your in your chemistry class, weapon of mass destruction. Anyway, these things are everywhere, and it's a great deal. It's a good thing that our military is shooting $500,000 missiles at these weapons of mass destruction, because too many of these things get in the sky above us, it's going to be all over. Anyway, but I just throw this out here. Thread, photos, videos, and news reports about train derailment and toxic chemical release in East Palestine, Ohio. This may be the largest environmental disaster in U.S. history. I cannot believe there's any possible way you've not heard about this. So I won't mention it to any great extent. But this is only unraveling and unraveling and unraveling. And we'll find out. Maybe it wasn't that bad. Look, I don't have them up right now. Sorry, I closed a few tabs. But for real, people's chickens and livestock have died that nearby this. And I had some articles up, but sorry, I closed the tab. But for real, this is not good. We'll see what happens if you're on the East Coast. You know, be well, because you can look here at the map. It does look like all these areas of like Indiana, Ohio, or where what the crap is W and Y, I forget. Kentucky and Tennessee, Eastern Tennessee, beautiful. That's where you've got some amazing farmland there. And of course, this is the, you know, Mason-Dixon line, I think, is way over here. So the water's going to fly right over, water's going to, you know, flow downstream in Virginia, Maryland, DC, you know, Pennsylvania, Delaware, New Jersey. They'll probably be spared, maybe, you know, but North and South Carolina, Alabama, Georgia, you know, let's see, these waterways, I mean, they head east for the most part. So, beware, everybody. I'll keep noting the story on the Daily Views, just a little quick mention, but seriously, This is a big deal. This is not good. Is there any cool things in this tweet thread? Look at that. Look at that. Boom. That's just massive what happened there. This powerful young lady, I like her. She has an admirable hairstyle. I'm going to put this in the live chat too, so you can see it. Pardon her unique way of communicating, but she is a youngster. But I think she has some very, very powerful things to say. Any more good tweets to see here? Yeah, it supposedly was on fire. One of the trucks was on fire for a while before it actually got there. Imagine seeing that in your neighborhood. Anyway, Norfolk Southern Corporation manages a lot of stuff here. Making connect. Anyway, is there anything else to look at here that's really, really quick? Look at that fire damage. You look at that. That's massive. A lot of stuff, definitely went up in flames there. Anyway, I'm just going to scroll through. Anything else to see? No, that's pretty much it. Anyway, guys, I'll be covering this story. I'll just do a briefer than this summary of it each day if there's any really new news. But and I'll get some more tweets up and such next time. A lot of real dead livestock nearby. That, of course, it was there during the most toxic cloud when it was really kind of a haze, and maybe that is what killed them. I mean, obviously, that's probably what killed them. Maybe really things aren't that bad. We'll see how this affects the groundwater, etc. But really, I'm going to be on it. Going to be watching it in great part because I love to move to Eastern Tennessee, but maybe not anymore. Maybe not anymore. Anyway, if you're a daily viewer, if you're one of the many people who watch this, do comment, send me a note, and let me know what you're seeing, where you're at, if you're in the area, and I'll definitely share that. So anyway, everybody take care. It's a beautiful day. Watch out for these spy gas ovens. They are incredibly dangerous. Definitely national security is at risk. These things, I don't even want to look up anymore. I'm just too terrified. So with that said, remember, every Bitcoin Satoshi you own is the ultimate hedge, the ultimate bet, the ultimate statement of a peaceful, beautiful future for humanity. It is the first global peaceful revolution. It truly is. And remember, every Bitcoin Satoshi you own, you punch a nasty globalist right in the nuts who are trying to take us out with spy gas ovens. Take care.